Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Dread Time Stories. I'm your host, Dr. Phobia, and tonight, dear patients, one announcement before we kick off this classic creepypasta. I'm hoping that any kind of audio issues I've been having over the past few months has been fixed. I just bought myself a brand new mic, so I'm hoping that taking the training wheels off, so to speak, will make everything sound a bit better. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's tale, Am I Crazy? I should probably start by telling you a little about myself. I'm 19 years old, I live in Pennsylvania, and I guess I've always been a creative person. When I was little, my parents would remark about what a vivid imagination I had. For the most part, my childhood was normal. I liked drawing and writing and hated math. I had trouble making friends, so I played with my imaginary friends. We would play games out in the woods. I always liked playing with these friends because I knew I could trust them and control them. I knew they would never hurt me, not like the other beings that I thought up in my head. Or at least, I think they were in my head. I used to have a lot of trouble sleeping at night. I would always get out of bed and get snacks, or watch TV, or play with some of the cats my family would rescue. You see, my mom was a veterinarian, so she would take in stray cats, nurse them back to health, and then adopt them out. It drove my parents nuts for me to stay up that late. Everything was fine until one day, when I was about 9 or so. I was up late at night, per usual. I was playing downstairs. I was playing with the most recent rescue, who we called Jacob. What? Or were you expecting Fluffy? For whatever reason, I was drawn to the large glass door leading out to the backyard. I would normally never go outside at night, and the curtains covering them were always shut. This night, however, I felt the urge to go outside. I opened the curtains and was almost expecting to see someone or something there, staring in. But there was nothing. I started to feel a bit braver, so I opened the door and stepped outside, Jacob in tow. This is when things got bad. See, behind my house is a large field, and past that, a forest. None of that was visible. We live in the middle of nowhere, so there were no street lights. Nothing. Only empty space. And for this reason, this empty space was calling to me somehow. I walked to the abyss. I felt a breeze against my face, which smelled like honeysuckle and sage. I kept walking until out of the darkness, I saw something walking toward me. It was glowing a pale white. My first thought it was a ghost of some sort, but this was different, more physical. It had a vaguely humanoid shape, but where the eyes were, there were only black orbs on this pure white form, almost like it was absorbing the darkness. I wasn't sure if it was getting closer or bigger. I finally broke out of my trance and ran back inside, slamming the door behind me. I took a breath and then was drawn to look back outside. It was there, right there, staring in. I shut the curtains and ran back, screaming to my room. My parents woke up and found me in my room. They yelled at me for being up so late, and how my dad had to be up early in the morning. I, however, was just glad to be alive and safe. Jacob was gone forever, consumed by that thing. When I told my mom the next morning, she said I was probably tired and imagined it, that Jacob had ran away when I let him out, and that we would see him again. When we didn't, she tried to tell me that he must have found a home. I knew she was lying. For a while, that was that. but ever since I have always made sure that all the curtains are closed after sunset and to never go out after dark. I went away to college a year ago and came back for vacation. A few nights ago, while at home for Christmas break, I decided to go out and have a smoke, momentarily forgetting my childhood experience. The air was freezing cold, but the cigarette momentarily warmed me. It formed the only light in this darkness. But soon it appeared again. I ran back inside just like before. Since then, I keep having nightmares that I will look out a window and see it. Its black, shadowy eyes, its all-consuming body. I'm starting to lose the ability to tell my dreams from reality. I just want to know if what I saw was real, if it's haunting me, or if it's marked me in some way. My friends think I'm crazy, but do you think I'm crazy? That was Am I Crazy? I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening. Like I always say in closing, check under your bed, look in your closet, and sleep with the light on. The life you save may very well be your own. Good night, everyone.